Chosen one, you are not here by accident. You were drawn into this very moment by divine appointment, by a timing so precise only God Himself could have arranged it. Something in your spirit has been stirring, a quiet pull you couldn't explain, because you are standing at the threshold of a supernatural intervention. Anointed one, heaven is opening over your life right now, and what you are about to hear is not information, but impartation, a prophetic release designed to awaken your spirit and realign your destiny. You are stepping into a divine rescue, a supernatural turnaround, and a spiritual wealth transfer that has already begun in the unseen. The blessing assigned to your name is real, and the battles you've been facing are the evidence, because the enemy has sensed what God is preparing to release. Chosen one, this message is both a warning and a lifeline. The same God who declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper," is stepping into your situation with power, clarity, and protection. You were led here on purpose. You are hearing this in perfect timing, and your entire destiny is getting ready to shift. Chosen one, listen closely, because what I'm about to speak into your spirit is not coming from human wisdom. It is coming from a place I had to walk through myself, a place of surrender, confusion, and divine intervention so strong that it rearranged the entire direction of my life. And I sense that same divine rearrangement hovering over you right now. You are not imagining the tension, the stillness, the strange quiet around your life. You are standing in the middle of a spiritual interruption, a heavenly blockade placed directly in your path, because God refuses to let you walk into something that would destroy what He is preparing to release into your hands. Anointed one, I know what it feels like to think you're losing momentum, losing clarity, losing control. I know that fog, that numbness, that sudden pause that feels like everything is slipping away. But let me tell you something that I learned the hard way. When heaven stops you, it is never punishment. It is protection. When God silences your steps, it is because the enemy was preparing to introduce something that would pull you off course at the exact moment heaven was preparing to bless you. And, chosen one, you are standing in that exact place right now. I remember a season in my own life when everything inside me wanted to act, respond, push forward, fix what was breaking around me. But every time I tried, God would shut down the path, silence my spirit, close my mouth, numb my emotions. And at the time, I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was failing. I thought I was losing my edge. But later, I discovered something that reshaped the way I see spiritual warfare forever. God wasn't weakening me. He was sedating me. He was protecting me from myself. And chosen one, that's what He's doing for you right now. You're not tired. You're being shielded. You're not disconnected. You're being hidden. You're not stuck. You're being preserved for something bigger than you can imagine. Right now, heaven is blocking certain actions, shutting down certain impulses, and disconnecting you from certain people, because what you were about to step into would have cost you years of purpose, years of peace, and possibly years of financial destiny. There is a divine transfer assigned to your name, and the enemy has already sensed it. He knows God is preparing to step you into influence, into opportunity, into supernatural resources that you didn't earn through striving, but through survival, obedience, and endurance. When the warfare increases right before the blessing, that is always the sign. Chosen one, the reason your spirit feels still, quiet, heavy, or even isolated, is because heaven has placed you in a spiritual quarantine. God said, "Not this one, not now, not today," because the direction you were about to take was not aligned with where He is taking you. There are financial doors opening for you that the enemy hoped you would miss. There are relationships being removed from your life because they were not meant to walk with you into your next season. There are connections being formed behind the scenes that you know nothing about yet, but when they appear, they will change everything. The delay you're experiencing is not delay at all. It is divine timing. It is spiritual repositioning. It is heaven resetting the atmosphere so that when the transfer comes, you will be in the exact place with the exact clarity and the exact alignment needed to steward it. Chosen one, you may feel like you're losing something right now, but the truth is heaven is saving you. And when the next wave hits, and it will, you will understand why God stepped in so aggressively to pull you back. He is preparing you for a blessing that requires a quiet spirit, a clear mind, and a guarded heart. Heaven is still working, heaven is still speaking, heaven is still fighting for you. And everything you feel right now is proof. Chosen one, as this divine pause deepens, you must understand that heaven is not only slowing you down, heaven is separating you. What feels like distance, what feels like disconnection, what feels like silence, is actually God pulling you out of spiritual crossfire. You are not being left behind, you are being lifted out. Anointed one, the shift around you is not random. The people who once felt familiar now feel foreign because your spirit has outgrown their atmosphere. And this is not the first time God has done this. When He prepares someone for elevation, He begins by cleansing the room around them. I've lived this. There was a season when I suddenly felt the weight of conversations that used to energize me. Friendships that once felt safe became heavy. Influence that once felt comforting started draining me. I didn't understand it then, but now I do. God was removing me from subtle spiritual dangers I didn't have the maturity to recognize yet. And He is doing the same for you, chosen one. What you see as loss is actually divine insulation. God isn't letting every voice have access to your spirit anymore, because what He is building inside you cannot survive in a polluted environment. Right now, there is a spiritual extraction happening. God is pulling you out of hidden traps, unseen manipulations, and emotional entanglements that were designed to sabotage your next level. Someone in your circle, knowingly or unknowingly, became a doorway for spiritual interference. The connection felt warm, but your spirit felt restless. The words sounded encouraging, but the atmosphere felt off. And because you couldn't see the full picture, heaven stepped in. God closed doors you didn't have the strength to shut. He quieted ties you didn't know were dangerous. He is protecting you from betrayals you haven't yet discovered. Chosen one, this disconnection you're feeling is not emptiness. It is anesthesia. Heaven sedates you when the spiritual temperature rises. When your emotions could drag you into the wrong decision, God quiets your spirit so the enemy cannot use your vulnerability against you. You're not losing desire, you're losing access to the wrong influences. And this is where the divine shift becomes personal. Every time God has protected me, He did it through silence first. He removed my appetite for the wrong things. He dulled my interest in the wrong conversations. He disconnected my spirit long before He moved my feet. And at that time, I didn't understand. But now I recognize the pattern. The quiet season is always the shield. Anointed one, heaven is rearranging your relationships right now. Some people are fading not because of offense, but because of alignment. God is not letting you stay connected to anyone who could delay your breakthrough. He is not allowing your next season to be influenced by old patterns. Your purpose is too important. Your destiny window is too close. Your blessing is too near. Every separation you feel is divine protection in motion. Every silence is God closing a door. Every shift is heaven pulling you out of the enemy's reach. And when this season lifts, and it will, you will see clearly what God saved you from. This is not rejection. This is rescue. Chosen one. As this divine stillness continues, you must understand something deeper than before. God is not only protecting you from what is around you, He is protecting you from what is ahead of you. There are decisions you were about to make that looked harmless, even wise, on the surface. But heaven saw the spiritual cost hidden beneath them. Anointed one, when God freezes your steps, it is because your next move carries weight in the spirit realm. Your life is not ordinary, and your choices are not casual. Every step you take shifts something in the invisible. That is why this pause feels heavy. That is why God will not let you move the way you normally would. The path in front of you split in two, and without this divine interruption, you would have taken the wrong one, not out of rebellion, but out of pressure, confusion, or simply human logic. But God is not allowing you to navigate this moment with logic. He is guiding you with alignment. I remember a season when every opportunity looked good, every door looked promising, and every connection seemed like an answer to prayer. But the more I pushed, the more God resisted. It made no sense to me at the time. It felt like everything I wanted was slipping away. But later, when clarity came, I realized that every one of those opportunities would have delayed my purpose. They were distractions disguised as blessings. They were shortcuts designed to keep me from the true path God was preparing. And chosen one, the same thing is happening in your life right now. Not everything that looks like favor is favor. Not everything that looks like an open door is from God. Your spirit is sensing something your mind cannot articulate, and that unease, that hesitation, that exhaustion is heaven pulling you back from a future filled with regret. Anointed one, God is blocking certain decisions because you don't see what He sees. You see the moment. He sees the years that moment would affect. You see the surface. He sees the spiritual structure beneath it. You see what feels right. He sees what is aligned. And right now, your destiny is too precious, too vulnerable, too pivotal for God to let you make a rushed decision. That is why He has placed you in this divine slowdown. That is why the people who once influenced your steps no longer feel connected to you. God has pulled you out of their orbit so you can hear His voice without interference. You are in a spiritual refining chamber, not to break you, but to sharpen you. This stillness is God's classroom. It is where discernment is being birthed inside you. It is where your spiritual senses are being tuned, strengthened, and awakened. You are learning to feel the subtle shifts, to recognize the difference between your emotions and God's prompting, to sense the difference between a divine opportunity and a spiritual trap. Chosen one, this is the season where your discernment becomes your shield. Heaven is whispering to you, nudging you, shaping you, and what God is doing inside you now will determine how high He can elevate you next. But let me tell you something personal. The greatest breakthroughs of my life came right after the quietest seasons. The moments where God felt distant were actually the moments He was closest. When I felt confused, He was clearing my path. When I felt numb, He was healing my spirit. When I felt stuck, He was rerouting my destiny. I didn't see it then, but I see it now. And you, chosen one, are living through that same divine blueprint. Your pause is prophetic. Your stillness is strategic. Your isolation is intentional. You are not being moved backward. You are being positioned. Heaven is preparing to lift you into a realm of clarity, influence, and divine provision that requires this inner transformation. Trust the silence. Trust the slowdown. Trust the discomfort. God is not withholding movement. He is setting the stage for your elevation. Chosen one, as this divine repositioning unfolds, there is something sacred happening beneath the surface, something you may not fully understand yet, but your spirit has already begun to respond to it. God is not only pulling you away from danger, He is pulling you toward destiny. There is a supernatural rearrangement taking place in the background of your life. Heaven is removing people, environments, and opportunities that were quietly draining your anointing, lowering your spiritual frequency, and diluting your purpose. And even though it feels like loss, even though it feels like things are slipping through your hands, you must understand, this is not subtraction. This is purification. This is refinement. This is divine alignment, shaping your path for the next elevation God is preparing for you. Anointed one, I remember a moment in my own journey where everything I thought was secure suddenly shifted. People I trusted grew cold. Places that once felt familiar became uncomfortable. Opportunities that once felt exciting suddenly felt wrong in my spirit. I didn't realize at the time that this was God cleansing my atmosphere. He was removing what couldn't go into my next level. He was editing my circle so that my destiny wouldn't be compromised. He was stripping away what I thought I needed so He could reveal what I truly needed. And now, looking back, I recognize that those uncomfortable shifts were some of the greatest acts of divine protection in my life. And, chosen one, the same thing is happening for you. You may feel isolated right now, but your isolation is not punishment. It is insulation. God is insulating you from spiritual contamination. He is hiding you from manipulation. He is restoring parts of you that were damaged by the wrong voices. He is strengthening your spiritual identity so that nothing and no one can take advantage of your vulnerability again. You are in a spiritual cocoon, a hidden place where God does His deepest work. Nobody sees the transformation yet, but heaven sees it. Heaven is nurturing it. Heaven is guarding it. You are not losing connection. You are being reconnected to God's assignment for your life. And chosen one, hear me clearly. This is the season where God Himself is reassigning you. He is moving your name, your calling, your influence into a new spiritual territory. Old environments can no longer contain what is emerging inside of you. Old relationships can no longer understand the version of you God is forming. Old habits can no longer coexist with the mantle being placed on your life. You are being shifted, not lightly, not temporarily, but permanently. And this shift will be noticeable. When this season ends, people will look at you and say, something about them is different. They won't be able to explain it, but they will feel it. Because when God elevates you spiritually, the entire atmosphere around you changes. And here is the prophetic truth you need to hold on to. Your spiritual reassignment is tied to a supernatural financial transfer. God is moving you out of environments that restricted provision and into environments that will sustain your blessing. He is removing people who couldn't handle your increase and introducing those who are equipped to support your growth. He is shutting the doors that were draining your resources and opening the doors that will multiply them. The shift you feel is not just emotional, it is economic, it is spiritual, it is positional. Heaven is aligning you with new opportunities, new favor, new connections, and new levels of influence that your old season could never have supported. Anointed One, don't resist this divine transition. Don't cling to what God is removing. Don't mourn what had to end. What is leaving your life was never meant to survive the weight of your calling. What is coming into your life will carry you into your purpose. This is the turning point. This is the remolding of your identity. This is the spiritual relocation that prepares you for the overflow ahead. Trust the shift. Trust the silence. Trust the separation. Because everything God is rearranging now is preparing you for everything He is about to release. Chosen One, now that heaven has shifted your position, there is one more truth you must receive in your spirit. God is not only realigning your environment, He is elevating your authority. This is the season where the mantle on your life becomes heavier, stronger, and more visible. The spiritual weight you feel is not an attack, it is an upgrade. Anointed One, what God is placing on you now is something few people carry, something even fewer understand. It is a level of spiritual influence that cannot be imitated, cannot be borrowed, and cannot be taught. It is bestowed, it is imparted. It is awakened through seasons of isolation, silence, and divine separation, seasons exactly like the one you have just walked through. I know this because I lived it. There was a time when I didn't feel qualified for anything God was calling me to. I felt small, unseen, overlooked. But during a hidden season, a season just like yours, God began to stretch my spirit. I felt pressure, weight, and responsibility long before I ever saw the blessing attached to it. And that taught me something I carry to this day. God always increases your spiritual authority before He increases your public visibility. And, Chosen One, that's where you stand right now. Heaven is increasing you. Heaven is marking you. Heaven is entrusting you with something sacred. Right now, God is sharpening your discernment because your next season requires precision. Your spiritual senses are being heightened to detect deception, manipulation, and counterfeit opportunity. You will begin to notice things that others overlook. You will hear things in the spirit that others dismiss. You will feel shifts and tensions that others can't explain. This is not sensitivity. It is spiritual intelligence. It is God preparing you to walk at a higher level. When the blessing comes, you will need this discernment to protect it. When the financial transfer arrives, you will need this wisdom to steward it. When new doors open, you will need this clarity to know which ones are from God and which ones are traps disguised as favor. Anointed One, this next realm you are stepping into is not simply about receiving, it is about carrying, it is about influence, it is about impact. It is about God trusting you with more because He knows your heart has been purified through the fire. And yes, the fire was painful. Yes, the stillness was uncomfortable. Yes, the separation was heartbreaking. But each one of these was preparing you to walk in a level of purpose you were not ready for before. You have been refined, you have been reshaped, you have been repositioned, and now you are being released. And hear me, with this elevation comes peace, a peace so loud, so deep, so steady that it will silence every voice that once created confusion inside you. This peace is not passive, it is armor. It guards your mind. It anchors your decisions. It stabilizes your emotions. People around you will notice it. They will wonder how you remain calm in storms, how you remain steady in uncertainty, how you remain grounded when everything around you shifts. But it is because your peace no longer comes from circumstances. It comes from alignment. It comes from assignment. It comes from God. Chosen one, heaven is granting you access to deeper understanding. Realms of revelation are opening to you. Insights, clarity, and spiritual downloads that once felt out of reach are now becoming clear. You are seeing the hidden patterns behind the warfare. You are understanding the timing of God. You are recognizing the strategies of the enemy. And with this revelation will come confidence, not confidence in yourself, but confidence in the God who has carried you, protected you, and elevated you. Everything in your life is shifting toward purpose, power, and divine provision. You are not stepping into a normal season. You are stepping into a supernatural one. You are not moving by human timing. You are moving by God's timing. And the transfer that is coming, spiritually, emotionally, financially, will confirm everything you endured. Chosen one, you made it through the stillness. You made it through the shutdown. You made it through the separation. Now prepare yourself. Heaven is about to release what your spirit has been sensing all along. This is your season of divine elevation, divine alignment, and divine overflow. Chosen one, as this message comes to a close, let your spirit remain open, because heaven is not finished with you. You are standing inside a kairos moment, a divinely appointed window where God's hand, God's timing, and God's plan converge over your life. Anointed one, the supernatural transfer has already begun. The shift you've been feeling, the stillness you've been walking through, the separation you've endured, all of it has been preparation for what God is releasing into your next season. Walk forward now with reverence, with humility, with the quiet confidence of someone who knows heaven has gone before them. You are not stepping into your future alone. You are stepping into it, guided, protected, and surrounded by divine strategy. The path is opening. The favor is aligning. The breakthrough is already in motion. Chosen one, may your discernment remain sharp, your heart remain steady, and your spirit remain anchored in God's voice. May peace go before you, may wisdom follow you, and may the anointing upon your life only grow stronger from this moment forward. You have been shifted, elevated, and positioned, and nothing can pull you out of the place God has set you. If this message confirmed what your spirit already knew, feel free to comment, "I receive it," so the heavens bear witness to your agreement. And if you feel led, subscribe and stay connected to this prophetic flow. Go in grace, chosen one. Walk in alignment, anointed one. Your time has come.